Hello, and welcome to the very first SideOut Stronger podcast. This is our inaugural episode, so it's going to be exciting. It's going to be a quick one. We're just going to kind of let you guys know what we're about, what to expect, and why you should care about the fact that we're here anyways. So, my name is Jordan Rouse. I'm a certified strength and conditioning specialist. More importantly, I'm a lifelong athlete. Grew up in the volleyball community, playing club in high school, and then moved on into my adult years where I'm at right now, playing recreational ball, loving every minute of it. And my big quest is to make athletes better, stronger, more conditioned, healthier athletes for life. That was a weird way of saying that, but it's fine. Short answer is I want to make sure that you guys are on the court being as competitive as possible for as long as possible. I don't want you guys to get injured. And I've learned a lot in my years with my coaching experiences and the community that I've built throughout really all of the world. And it's time to pass it on to you guys. So why should you care? First of all, there's a lot of really bad information out there when it comes to training, recovery, nutrition, and volleyball players aren't immune to this misinformation age that we live in right now. And what does that mean for you guys? It means there's confusion around what to eat. There's confusion on how you should train, if you should train, what you should do if you get injured, how to prevent injuries or reduce their risk. And really too many people are getting really bad information, and it's resulting in a couple things. It's more injuries than there needs to be. It's more fear and confusion around what to do than there should be. And at the end of the day, people are getting pulled off of the court way earlier than they should. We're getting people in their 20s, 30s, even 40s that are convinced that they're old and frail, when in reality they should just be getting started. Like that 60-year-old player, 67-year-old player that you see on the beach, I want that to be everybody. If I had one goal for this podcast, this platform, whatever you want to call it, I want people playing when they're 60 and 70 and still having a lot of years left. I don't want people to be taken unnecessarily off the court when there's so much more we can do about it. So that's why we're here. Who is this for? I like to think of it as it's for any volleyball player that wants to get better at their sport, but also be like I said, healthy, lifelong athlete. Now the focus isn't going to be like this isn't a podcast for professional players. This is for the everyday player, from the just getting started into the sport all the way to the kind of higher tier recreational leagues and beyond. And hey, if we've got any professional volleyball players listening to this, welcome. You are welcome too. But this is made for the everyday person, right? I just want to keep as many people in our community playing as lifelong athletes as possible. And if we can get a couple more people playing and healthy and active along the way, it's going to be a big win. So that's what you should kind of look forward to. But what should you expect if and when you subscribe to this podcast and check out the YouTube video? Wherever you are, we love you all. Well, you're going to learn about injury risk reduction. So think how not to get injured. We're going to hear more about nutrition and recovery. What does that mean? What's kind of the big pillars of recovery versus the things that may sound a bit more gimmicky and a bit more exciting, call it. We're going to learn about how to train in the gym, how to find a culture that fits you in the gym. We're going to hear from all kinds of people. We're going to hear about how to go through a rehab process if and when you get injured, the steps that you might want to take from a general perspective and specific cases. We'll talk about specific injury types that come up, things like shoulder injuries and knee injuries and ankle injuries and all this kind of stuff. Now, you're probably saying to yourself, Jordan, who are you and how do you know all of these things? Well, the short answer is I don't, but I know a lot of people that are experts in the field. And my job is going to be in a collaborative role. I've got my role as a coach, so I'll be talking about some parts of nutrition and training and recovery, but there's a lot of really qualified people out there. And we're going to get them in front of the camera for you guys because, you need to hear it. So we're going to get very well qualified and evidence-based physios, dietitians, coaches, clinicians, experts in the field to cover all of these things from a very evidence-based and nuanced perspective, to quote the great Feigenbaum. And it's going to be really exciting. I am stoked to finally get this going. I've been wanting to do it for a while. There's so much really good information out there, that, to be honest, just gets flooded by the tsunami of crap that is also out there, because there's a lot of really, really bad predatory information out there, and we need to be able to sift through it. And to be honest, it's not an easy task. It's really hard, especially for the average person, to go through all of this, all of these sources of information and know what to take. How do I filter the good from the bad? How do I take practical takeaways as opposed to just, yeah, this is kind of good, but it's not realistic? And what can you actually do? So, all that put together, we're going to cover everything that volleyball athletes need to know from experts in the field with practical takeaways that you can implement right away. We want to get you guys up your game, stay on the court, stay healthy, and keep playing the sport that we love. So, really quick one today, obviously. Let's keep this conversations going. We're going to have a couple forums and all that stuff in the future. But right now, if you would like to hear a specific topic, I would love to hear from you. What kind of information and what specific questions do you have? As we go to publish these podcasts and we'll film them, we'll be asking for your input through various mediums like social media and our website, all that kind of stuff. But in the meantime, let me know what you want to hear. Let's keep this as broad as you want. Do you want to hear about a specific diet, a specific injury rehab, a specific training principle, how to increase your vertical, for example, because everyone wants that because we're volleyball players? Let me know, because that's the important stuff. And I want to make sure that you guys have a lot of good takeaways from this. All right, I'm starting to ramble, so we're going to cut it here for now. I'm excited to see you guys in the future. If you're catching this from podcast, we have a YouTube channel. If you're catching this from the YouTube channel, we have a podcast. Either way, we also have our website where all of this information, as well as all of our other courses and instructional videos are. It's www.sideoutstronger.com. I'll pop it below in the show notes. And that's a great place where you can submit a question and let us know what you want to hear on the podcast next. So until then, I've been Coach Jordan. See you guys soon.